you a B-side Mirage, CT and T side. Uh, no down of it. Gonna show a couple of different ways that you can take it, and I'm gonna show a couple of different ways that you can hold it. So I'm gonna start with the T side here. So I'm just gonna go and show you some smokes which you can throw, which could help you to take B-side. This is one of the most common ones. You aim here, see this dark ledge going around. You aim in the corner of that, so there, and you just normal jump throw. That's UF'd then, but that should hopefully hit. It worked. Yeah, it worked. But if you throw it right like I didn't, you should be able to. That'll hurt this time. So that's your window smoke. Yeah, that's your window smoke. So that's that's one of the most important smokes for this. So this cuts off the rotation of the CT players, so they can't shoot you in the windows. Another one where you can throw, where you line up here with this post, and you can aim pretty there, and it will land off and block off bench for you. So that will stop any angles of CT players. Yeah, like that. And there is another one where you line up here, I think. I want to say about there. And that should smoke off the... I didn't mean to throw at that, but to be honest, that's not that bad of a smoke, because it again cuts off the player here from peeking through the window. But there's a couple of ways to do it. I know there are two other smokes which I don't actually know the line of. But say you're pushing B, you want some space in utility, you throw a flash, and then you should be able to throw another flash, and then you can jump out the window. I always prefer to jump out the window. So say you're the first player rushing in, going in a nice B execute. You've done your smokes, and you just want to push out B. Actually, I'll try and throw the two smokes quickly. So line up there, throw. Line up here, normal throw. So and then you can throw your flash. You can throw a flash again. And then, so this is always my first pre-aim. Like the short player. If they're peeking you from here or here, then you're gonna see them as you're pushing out. Unless they could try and play it slow, it would be quite a high level play. But if they're here, this should be your normal pre-aim. This is one of the most get right. It's the most common, one of the most common short players. If he's not peeking here. So if you're the first player, I always want to rush out the window, because if you're here, you're pretty much asking for a guy here, or just someone playing under you, or bench. I mean, if you have smoke thrown, and I know in some matchmaking games it's not thrown very often, it could be quite hard, but I always try to rush out the window, and then the second player should try and take the I mean, if there's CT peeking, the first player could try and take him down, but I mean, I don't usually. I just always go for the window jump, and then you can focus on the short player, because most of the time the bench player will be and the short player is usually the first gunfight that I prefer to take. If you're rushing out, and then once you've taken the site, I know once you've taken the site, if the wooden slat is not broken here, you you can actually jump up and sit behind it in the slot. You can literally just hold it and they can't see you. It's quite a no one knows about it. Literally, I found that out, and there's not many people think about it at all. Um, so that's one way. I mean, you can also throw your utility for you can also throw. You can also molly out the window, and it will land here to make sure there's no one trying to go from under. If you're a T-sub player, you're taking this site. If you can get a player down to cut off short quick enough, you can try and get the short plays and have a player just sitting in ladder room trying to cut off the rotation, or you can have a player coming down from middle and sit in ladder room. That's usually your lurk player if they're not playing a palace. You can cut off the rotation. Usually there'd be at least one guy coming through connector to shorts. And of course there's also the short player if he's backed up to this point. If otherwise, the other players should be really taking these gunfights, making sure sight is clear. People like sitting backside to try and get the planter if they're planting default. Yeah, also, if you can get into... So say you kill both the people, or the one person that, say you're lurking B, and you kill the one person just holding B, before the short player rotates, if he's looking at mid, for example, you can essentially get to this corner and just sit there. And, I mean, I'd say probably about 70% of the time you will not get checked. I mean, I always sit in this corner for a couple of knife kills, but that's me personally. But you can also, and then you can also have another guy peeking from window once the smoke's gone, or up here, and then you can also have someone there and have like crossfire set up. But yeah, that's pretty much my lowdown on T side. So let's get into CT. So let's start off like say in a pistol round. I can't actually buy USB. Say in a pistol rounds, you want to go B, and like I said in T side, not many people know about it, but make sure you always break this. It really annoys me when people don't, because they can sit in that angle and it can essentially just lose the round for your team. I mean, if I get in this position, it's the round's usually certain if my teammates don't die. But say you CT, break that. I mean, I'm the short player, so I'm gonna show short first. I usually buy Molotov first round. You can listen, and I usually listen to see if I hear footsteps, and then I usually do not listen. Just put down the molly. If anyone pushes out, you can just heads, or you can always actually pushing through it, and you can shoot them while they're sat in it. So that's what I always do first round, because a lot of people like rushing B first round. And then let's say you're on a 4x round playing shorts. Again, I usually go down and I have my teammate jump peeking, making sure there's no information, and I usually peek mid a bit. You can throw the smoke mid, make sure they're not rushing down short. Jump on this, use a bit of a one way, not fall off. You can. So if your short player is preoccupied with short, your other CT player needs to be jump peeking for information or pushed up in apartments. I'll explain that in a bit. Your short player usually just listens, see if they're going underpass, calls underpass, I usually throw this smoke and have someone still sat in window, and I usually just hold this. I go just chill out here for a bit, as long as the smoke's up. You can also take these gunfights. I usually take these gunfights first, make sure I can't get killed from chair, and then I just jump up here and hold an underpass for my middle player. Um, and then that also allows the two A players to concentrate on A. But again, your short player could just throw some utility, and if he hears something, he can throw a molotov kind of thing. A couple of flashes to headshots, bench player. I mean, the flash there is perfect when they reach about there. If your headsets, if you can get the sound just right, a flashbang there is beautiful because they're pushing out and they're all white. So and go change up your angle here. I usually like to play this when I have another player. So it's a bit of a crossfire. They jump out the window, you take the gunfight, but then he can wide swing a bit, and it's a lovely little crossfire. Again, a bit of utility. You can also spam. So make sure you line up about here, and you make sure you shoot the bottom flat. It goes head height, because I know a lot of people just like to, but barely any of them actually would hit them. See, that's my head, so any of those wouldn't hit me. So you make sure you always shoot that lower part from about here. If you're a bit further back, you could higher, but I usually spam it, and because I use pretty much every 3 games, at least one. Some games I've had about 4 or 5, just because you know where to go. So it's a really good way of holding it and weakening them for your other players. So if you're smoked off as well, you can spam a bit. But so your other player, your other B player, your B anchor. So say pistol rounds. So again, you can buy a Molotov, wait for your short player to and then you can just throw it, just make it all burn. But on a pistol round, I sometimes peek this, sometimes not. I mean, it's a nice little angle here with a pistol, but otherwise I don't really play that aggressive on apps unless if I know it's A, or if I know there's action at A. So if you're on a buy round, you can. So essentially, your first smokes could be this. So line up in this corner, by the bin. Aim up at the left-hand side of the shadow, or like over the light. And just throw. And then you could also throw a Molotov. And it's a lovely, so you can smoke it off, and the molly lands just behind them when you throw it in the exact same place. So if they're rushing through, they're going to get burned if they're rushing through the smoke. So that's quite a good way of smoking it off and getting early control. But otherwise, you can. I mean, because I usually play short. Sometimes you sit there, but I mean, you can also sit here and just sit under with Mag 7, a lovely little shotgun, and just kill them all. And you can also be jumping if there's no intel. So make sure you get up in a lower part of the ground and you just crouch jump, crouch, and they only see the top of your head. So it's less of an angle for them to just one tap you. And you can also just peek it like that. And the second you see someone, one person, doesn't matter, you can put down a smoke. That's a terrible smoke. Left click. And it lands there, and it's just just information which you can tell your team. Your short player can come back. And you can also throw your deep molly, or if you have a grenade. That's a couple of ways to be kind of passive aggressive on apps. Of course, if you see someone, you can throw down your smoke, throw down your molly, your flash, or whatever, and you can just either fall back to bench. But also in a higher level game, if your team knows smokes, this will be smoked. So this angle you can't use. I mean, you could go on top of the smoke, and that would work. Again, you're quite exposed. But you fall back. You can also fall back, play this head glitch. If I know it's going to be a B rush, I usually try and get onto this head glitch from short. If I know middle, I don't have to worry about middle. You just a few nice angles. Sometimes this is smoked and mollied as well. Not that often in matchmaking games, at least. And you can also have a player. If you line up about here, and you just go head on. You can step up and hold this angle. So say you have an AWP, you can just hold that, and when it comes through, and you can drop down at any point, and if your teammates having some flashes, which you can throw from here. Those pops in apps, and yeah, you can just play sight, play close angles at sight, or you can just play really passive if they've just smoked you off entirely. Just put down a smoke there, put down a smoke there, put down a smoke. So you've been smoked off entirely. You can peek this angle, and I mean something like that. So like you're just being cut off. You can just play backside. The normal default plan. Excuse me. Yeah, the normal default plan is here, so you can just play really passive, not peaks. Call out, give your teammates information, let them know where they are, let them know if they're on site, bench. And when they start planting, you can just peek. Put down a molly. A few different things you can do like that. But okay. If you want to so say you're soloing, or you want to solo B for the round. I don't know, your in-game leader told that to you, and you wanna just get early control of apartments, so your short player can just rotate off. It's quite a cool smoke where you can line up about here and aim with a second flat and miss your getting through. You aim there, and it should hopefully bounce down, and it smokes deep apart. So then you can throw that, jump out the window. You can also put down a Molotov at the end, and just push early. And also you can just throw a flash like that. Obviously not let it out the window. And peek this angle, because this is the only angle they can hit. They're either here after the smoke's popped. We'll see molly that, or they're going to be here. So you throw that flash, they're going to be wide. I mean, you can clear this first, so just peek a bit, get out your smoke, clear the floor, and then behind you. Pop right there, so they're going to be blind if they're looking at you. And then you can just have a player posted up here, maybe when the smoke goes, just jiggle a little bit. See if there's anyone there, call out for your teammates, so you can just essentially stack A at that point. Um, your short player is still here at this point. When you throw in the smoke and everything. The second we're about here, your short player will be going to A or helping out middle at that point. So there's a few different ways you can hold B site and take B site. Sorry about that message. So always make sure that's broken. You can throw your smokes, you can throw your mollies. I mean, this is you usually throw that if you're the short player. I don't usually throw that because I prefer to use my smoke on mid. There's more people mid. I feel like this is more important than the abs early, when you can just throw a Molotov. I'd prefer to use a Molotov there. And make sure you stand about here, aim at the bottom slat in this rectangle there, and then you're always going to be shooting right. So if your short player knows they're rushing early, you can essentially, because they're not going to be I doubt they're going to be going like that, and even so, I think that might have hit the top of the chest. They're running in and they're just getting headshotted. I mean, I don't think the AK can't kill them in one bullet, but I mean, a dink is going to have to be like at least 40 HP off them. There's some flashes. It's just practicing your pre-aim with taking B as well. Know the spots to pre-aim, pre-aim there, pre-aim there. Boosted. Sometimes that works quite well. That's my lowdown on how to hold B site. I think it's quite. I mean, I prefer to hold B site. I think the short player is one of the most important players in the team, purely because they can support mid so much, and with the ability of pushing apps with your teammate, your short player can essentially just roam and do whatever he wants. He can push top mid, he can go underpass. Yeah, this is I don't know, shall I talk about the rotations? I think, yeah. So, your CT, the bomb's been planted on A. Your short player, I mean, I usually rotate quite fast if I can't hear anyone. I usually push up mid quite like about here if I can't hear anyone pushing up. I know they could be walking, which would probably outplay me by the way I play. But at least in matchmaking, you don't really need to worry about it. There's always that one guy which you can hear at least one step for. You can also hear underpass, but bombs planted on A. If they're not planted on A, of course, you check mid, make sure mid's clear, but make sure underpass is clear. The lurker for like an A hit would either be trying to push short all the way around B or underpass. Underpass is one of the, I mean, an A split as well. You can go 2 underpass, 3 doing smoke, so, like, always check underpass if you're rotating short. I'm pretty sure you'll get at least 1 kill a game if you have to leave and kind of know what they're doing. Of course, you can flash over for connector. So say, I mean, you can always, I mean, retakes, you just throw your mollies, but it's just the roots of retakes I really want to say, to make sure that you just check underpass, because the amount of times that teams lose because of that is so high. But yeah, I mean, oh yeah, you also your other player rotating through B site anchor could either push ups or just comes. I prefer to go CT rather than jungle, but that's me personally. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and if you like this, be sure to leave a comment, and of course like it. And I know it's been a bit of a here and there and everywhere sort of video. I'm hoping to get a few more of these on my channel and for A site and different other maps. And hopefully you guys like it, and I will see you in the next video.